Now you know that people from Houston don't know nothing about no vaccine cards. They don't even really vaccinate in Texas anyway. So what do you think's gonna happen when they get to New York City? Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little piece of my mind. And today we got some uncut news popping off. Houstonians doing the fool. For real. They out here fighting in New York City. Why? Because they asked them to verify their vaccination. And I'm going to tell you this. I just came back from New York City, and I'm going to tell you my experience. But before I get into my experience, I want you to see what happened in New York City.
Tourists from Texas attacking a hostess at a popular restaurant, and police say they were asked to show proof of vaccination. That's what led to this. Now 3 people are facing charges.
It happened yesterday evening at Carmine's on the Upper West Side. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge joins us live with the details and a closer look at the video. Natalie.
Well, Cindy and Mary, this is exactly what some business owners feared when enforcement of vaccine verification went into place on Monday. Now, this popular restaurant even took these measures to put up signs that say New York City requires you to be vaccinated against COVID-19 to enter this business. But that did not stop what happened next. Cell phone video shows several women involved in a scuffle that almost knocks over the Hostess booth at Carmine's restaurant on Broadway and West 90th around 5 o'clock last night. The NYPD says a 24-year-old hostess was punched, slapped, and pushed when she asked a group of diners to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination, a city policy to eat indoors. Police say 3 women from Texas, a 44-year-old and her 21-year-old daughter, and a 49-year-old woman became enraged, even yanking off the victim's necklace during the assault. She was okay and declined medical attention. You can see 2 men drag 1 woman away from the fight. The 3 women from Texas were given desk appearance tickets and taken into custody. Adding, Mayor de Blasio must do a better job making visitors to New York City aware of the vaccine card policy.
It's a shame. See, people think that it's just New York City that's the problem. And a lot of my videos been having a lot of stuff from New York, but it's more than that. It's everywhere. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, there are people acting a fool. Now, about 3 weeks ago, I went to New York with my wife. It was a family function. We went to a restaurant, and I'm going to tell you like this. Everybody got asked for their vaccine cards except for me in our party. Now, why? I walked up to the door just like anybody else. I stood up. The guy was about 5'2", 5'3". He looked up at me. He said, "Why are you here for a party?" I said, "Yeah." And they said it's in the back. He said, "Oh, you just go right back there." I didn't even know they were asking for vaccine cards. I didn't even know any different. When I got to the table, everybody was talking about, did you get your card? Did you get carded? It was almost like we were going to the bar. I mean, look, when you get 21, that's when you start getting carded for drinks. Go inside the club, you're 18. But now, oh, everybody's getting asked for the card. Now, if you're big and black and you come up to the door, they might not ask because they don't want to get hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt. Not for no minimum wage job. And I'm going to tell you like this. At that point, when you ask for a vaccine card and they don't give it, go get a manager. Just like the lady at Subway. Hey, there's some things you shouldn't do. She was working by herself. This is not for a hostess to have to fight a battle from New York. The first thing is, as soon as you land in New York, on the airplanes, they need to tell you everything in New York City, you need to have a card to get in. What happens? People go, and I think these people already knew that they needed a card. They were trying to get slick. Now, Carmine got some of the best food out there for Italian food. But I'm going to tell you this, you walk up in there black in an all-Italian restaurant, you know you about to get some attitude. I mean, have you ever seen Bronx Tale? I know I have. So listen, people, all I know is these laws, these rules, vaccines, shot, COVID, it got people just doing the fool for no reason. I think that people have just gotten done with all of this. Now, don't get me wrong, it's real, but I think people are just ready to move on. And there are some states and some cities, not saying that they're all Democratic cities, but what I'm saying is some people are truly enforcing these and some are not. And what happens is if you go out of town, if you go on vacation, just ask what are the protocols. If you don't like it, don't go. Stop complaining and stop fighting, because we are never going to make it as a country if we keep on acting this way. Point blank. It's David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little piece of my mind. And I'm going to tell you right now, people are off the chain. Take it easy.